Alright guys and girls, today we're going to install whips on the KRX. So I don't know a whole lot about these whips. I do know that my son bought them for me for Christmas, and the paperwork says they come from the LED online store. Pretty sure he ordered them through Amazon. He knows how I feel about the American flag, so that was a selling point for him. And anyway, we're going to put them on the KRX, and I'm going to spin the camera around and show you how I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Alright, so these come, it takes a 3/4 nut to fix this, or to fit this right here. But what's neat about this is on the mount, you can, it's got a little lever you pull, and you can take this out. So you mount this on your machine, and then if you're going in low branches, or if you don't want to haul with them on, or whatever reason you want to take them off, you can just slip them off. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that to not wire them permanently, you say, or I say, just so that you can take them in and off, or off and on, or whatever reason that you want to, theft or whatever. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that, or at least. Alright, so I've added the bumpers to my side by side, and they tie into the roll bar. So if you don't have this piece that comes with the bumpers, then there's a mount right here that comes on the KRX. Almost all side by sides have a mount for the flags or accessories or whips or whatever you're gonna call it anyway. So we're using the top one because obviously this one won't work. And what I'm gonna do is put my mount here, and this is a 3/4 nut, and this is about I think it's a 25. I don't have a 25, but an inch and a 1/16 is going to work for me. And most likely I won't even have to hold that to tighten this because of the lock washer, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to mount this first on both sides. Let's get to doing that. And by the way, if you don't have a 19, a 3/4 is close enough to where it won't hurt anything. In fact, it's like dead on the same size. So we're going to see if I'm right about not having to hold that. Come on, baby, tighten up for me. All right, I was wrong. Alright, so we're going to hold it, tighten it down. Alright, there it is. Maybe if I had the exact size bolt or wrench it'd be better there, but hey, it is what it is. This is just going to pull up, drop down. That's locked in place, and that's how easy it is to remove these. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. How many of you guys are like me and don't have a garage to work in? So I do everything in the yard. So it all depends on the weather, what you can do and what you can't do. It's supposed to snow tonight. So we are gonna go riding tomorrow, we think. I still think that should lock. It's not going to. And probably people cringing, oh no, you're scratching your nut by not having the right size. But guys, they get beat up all the time anyway. Alright, looking pretty good. Now let's run our wires through, and I'll show you how I'm going to connect them. Of what we got is, it comes with 2 wires that are just plain simple coated, got solder in them, but that's all it is, 2 wires. So what I'm going to do is I picked up a couple plugs, because that's the plugs that go in, this size right here. And I got a couple plugs, and what I'm going to do is connect these with a butt connector that's got heat shrink on it, so then I can heat that and it'll seal the wire, keep some of the dirt and mud out of it. So that's what I'm going to do here, then I'll show you where they connect. Alright. So I've stripped this, and I've got red I'm going to use for power. And then I'm going to put my wire in there. I'm going to crimp it. And guys, they make all kind of crimpers. And if you need some with a little indentation out, like a tit right here. Instead of, some of them are just smooth and they mash them, they don't put an indentation in it. And that, they just don't last. So if you're going to do it, crimpers, this is a big part right here. You need something like that. And they make several kind, different brands, but when you look, even the cheap ones that you find in a little auto parts store for a few dollars, make sure they got that indentation right there. Big difference. This is going to be my ground. Got it in there. We'll crimp it. Okay, now we're going to hook it to our lights. Okay, so on our lights, it's my ground. I'm going to hook it right here. The ground to the black, the white to the black is the way I'm doing it. And red to red, hot to hot. Alright. And if the wind will let me do it here in front of the camera, I'm going to heat these. If you had like a little hair dryer, it'd probably do better. But what you're doing here, it just heats that up. I need a windproof lighter. Let me get up here against my chest. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. Why don't somebody build me a garage out here so I can do this in a garage? Turn that camera down a little bit. I know this is taking forever. It's cold outside for one. Alright, I finally got one done. Woo, that lighter was hot. Didn't take me long to look at that. And what it's done, it's sealed it. Little butt connectors. They even got some that's got solder in here that when you heat all of it and it solders the wires together, which is really good. But alright, I'm gonna do the same for the other ones. I'm gonna turn the camera off and not bore you for these. Okay, so here we are in the back. So I'm gonna keep this in the back of my cargo bed here, whatever you want to call it. And here's my wires, the finished product that's been heated and sealed, which I personally really didn't like the way that outcome, but or turned out. But hey, it is what it is. All right, what I've noticed is there's I can see light through right here, so that's where I'm gonna run my wires through, and I'm gonna show you why I chose there. The reason I chose there is these have an accessory plug built in. I've already unplugged the wires, and it tells you right there is a negative sign, so that's your ground, and right here is the positive one. So I'm gonna put my red there, my white here, and I'm gonna bring them right through this hole right here. All right, let's do that and plug them up. Alright, as you can see, I run my wires through. Now I'm going to plug them up. Alright, again, negative, which I'm using white on this, which is originally my black wire. Plug that up, and guys, that's a sealed connection right there. If this video helps, please do the man a favor and subscribe. It helps me so much and helps my channel grow. And I'm getting ready to install 35s on this. So we're gonna have a install a 35 video. 35 tires. Alright, so there is the install. I'll have to tidy up my wires, strap them to the roll bar and stuff. Let's turn that thing on. Let's see what they look like. Alright, this comes with a remote, and you could do all kind of changes with it. And it also comes with a extra battery. So thought that was pretty neat. It's gonna be hard for me to keep up with this remote. I wish it had an app that built into the phone that you could use, but it don't. As far as I know, I'll have to research, make sure. But I'll just make sure I keep up with the remote. If not, they're just gonna be on where it's at. So let's turn them on and see what they look like. Look at that. You could change the brightness, the color, the speed of the strobe. Look, there's faster. Let's slow it down. Big time. Slow, see how long it's one color? Alright, let's speed it up. See that? It's pretty neat. You can change the color. Green. There's all kind of colors. This thing's got all kind of stuff. It's neat. It's easy to install. I like that a lot. You can have them where you just want them one color. They'll be one color. You can have mode where they're blinking faster, slower, strobe indifferent. You just have to play with it and see what you like. I like them. I'll spin you around and we'll look at them a little better. Don't have all this in the way. Just imagine what this is going to look like at night. It's going to be so bright. I also got rock lights for Christmas. So, man, we racked up this year. So there's the mode. Almost like that one, I think. I don't know. There's so many of them I like. You can have demo. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably zip tie this big unit right here or in there to protect it. But I may not zip tie at all, because now all I got to do is pull these up, disconnect it, and unplug my wires underneath the bottom and go with it. So like I say, guys, if you enjoyed this video or if it helped you in any way, hey, if you don't like the video, still hit that subscribe button and help me out. It helps so much. And even better if you hit the bell. And I always do some side-by-side videos. I do fishing videos. I do any video, tourist videos. Any video that I think that somebody wants to see is what I do. So, look at that. Man. That's awesome. I love it. Can't wait to ride at night and see what these really look like. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, please subscribe. See ya. Thanks.